Google is striking back at the EU's claims that it abused its clout in the smartphone market. The case accusing Google of using Android to push its own apps and services, blocking out rivals. Google says it just isn't so. So joining us now to break this down is Lisa Edichico. She is the tech writer at Time. Lisa, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having me.
So Google's responded to the claims made by the EU Commission, saying not only does it not block competition, but it actually may help them. What does that mean, and what else did Google say in response to this?
Sure. So I think the big takeaway from Google's response today is that they're basically saying that the EU is a little bit out of touch with the way people shop online in 2016. So today they responded to the EU's claims that Google is favoring its own services and its own shopping service in search results when customers are shopping online through its search engine. And basically what they're saying is that there are other big companies out there that are also possibly posing a threat to these smaller price comparison websites that show up in search results, and that Google is saying, like, Amazon is a big player in this space too, and they could also be potentially posing a threat to smaller price comparison websites. And Google, the other point Google is making is that, in 2016, people don't just shop and do research in a search engine. They're also using different apps and different websites from retailers and different types of third-party shopping apps. So I think that's the biggest takeaway that they made in their response this morning.
And now this is a situation that's been going on for really several years. What happens next in light of everything you just sort of broke down there? How does the latest response pave the way for regulators, to rule next year?
Sure. So I think the big thing to look out for is how the EU is going to respond to Google's response. They did say that they are going to take Google's response into consideration while thinking about next steps. And I think it really depends on how far they're going to read into everything that Google said today. I mean, they had a really big response and made a few very clear points about the way people shop in 2016. So I think it's up to the regulators to see if they need to go and reassess the evidence that they have, or if they feel like they should be moving forward at this point.
And let's talk about the money side of this. How much is at stake here? What are we talking about in terms of fines and, I guess, the precedent that this would set for other major tech companies?
Sure. So, I think there's a decent amount of money at stake for Google. They would have to pay probably around $7 billion in fines if, the EU did find that they did violate a competition law. And beyond that, it's not only just about the fines. Search is a giant product for Google, and if it is in violation of these laws, then it might have to kind of rethink its search operations a little bit.
Great. Lisa Edichico, thanks for joining us. Thank you for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.